Alright, we ground it down on the grinding wheel, and now we're just going to smooth it out, make it look really nice, and finish the shining up and getting all the rust off. I'm not really worried about the handle part because there's going to be a handle that goes over it and you won't even see all the rust. We just don't want, you know, a real thick layer of rust on it, but a little bit of pitting and all that stuff, that's no big deal. So let's plug this thing in and start grinding. Alright, we're moving on to the handle for the knife, and what we're going to use is this plastic. It's a high density polyurethane plastic. It's really strong, it can flex, and it just doesn't break. It doesn't chip, can withstand high temperatures, and it's just a really cool plastic. Here we got a little piece of it, and we're going to cut out the handle, the two pieces for the handle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clamp these two pieces to the knife. Like so. Now we're going to drill our holes in so we can bolt the plastic to the knife. So, what I've done here is I drilled a hole through the plastic and the metal, and I put a bolt in. I'm not quite sure what the size of this bolt is. Pretty small. Now I did one side, now I need to do the other. But what I have to do also, as you can see, the bolt is sticking up, and we don't really want that. What I'm going to do is drill a little bit of a bigger hole so this kind of sits down inside the plastic. Not much, and then we'll sand that down so it will sit, you know, flush, because we don't want that sticking up. You'll be, you know, your hand won't be nice. Well, I've drilled the holes and I've ground down the bolts a little bit. Now I'm just trying to get them lined up in there. Just screwing these in here, these nuts on, and then we'll tighten them up. It's already starting to get flush, and what we're doing basically is just pulling these down into each other. We're really pulling them together. And this is really dangerous. You should wear some gloves when you're doing this, just in case you accidentally cut yourself. And don't worry about these. We'll grind these down. It's getting better, getting much better. Just gotta keep tightening this guy up. Looks like we're done. Now we just grind these down flat. Really pull her together. What you want to do when you're grinding these bolts down and nuts is water it. Just keep the water on this grinding wheel and on it, because this plastic, if it heats up too hot, it'll start to melt, and you don't want that. So constantly just keep watering it. Every 10 seconds of having it on the grinding wheel, just sit here and spray it down and keep it cool, very cool. Or have another guy stand by and just spray it and keep it constantly wet and cool. And as always, wear your safety glasses. Well, I'm back with the sander again, and what I've done here, as you can see, cut this, we've ground that down so it's pretty flush on each side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to form the grip where the fingers go. We're going to sand down the sides, make it smoother. Then we're going to sand this down flush so it's more flat. And then we're going to be pretty much almost done with this knife handle. Well, when you're all done with your knife, get some 400 grit sandpaper, whatever, just as long as it's really fine, and try to smooth up your handle. Now, this knife is pretty much done. See you next time. Well, the knife's working good. Could be a little sharper, but it's cutting the sheep up. Now I know your knife doesn't need to be bulletproof, but let's see how this knife holds up to a 22 caliber rifle bullet. .22 caliber rifle bullet hit right there. I don't even know why I'm showing you this, because you can't even see it. It didn't even make a scratch.